Greetings everybody, let's get this thing started. Panda here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another video regarding some speculation about what we'll be seeing in DLC 2. But before I do jump into the video, I want to bring you guys a little bit of news that's been going on over the last 2 days. First, if you guys are curious and want some concrete, legitimate information about DLC 2, tomorrow is the perfect time because at 11 a.m. Pacific time, Trey actually will be hosting a live stream where they're going to give us some long-awaited DLC 2 information. So if you guys are as pumped as I am, I'm sure you'll want to be there. Check it out. Second thing I want to talk about before we jump into the video is this released image by Call of Duty. So today I was getting off of work and I checked Twitter right before I started driving home. I saw this image that Call of Duty had released. I'm not going to say too much about it. I'm going to leave it for you guys to check out and take a look at. But from what I can see, just on a quick note, pretty much it seems like our homie Takio is in some danger. But as I said, guys, I'll leave that one up to your own interpretation. Now let's jump into the actual video itself. You might be like, Panda, why do you have multiplayer up on the screen? Alright, here's why. Today I'm going to be speculating about what specialists I believe that we'll be seeing in DLC 2 Pompeii. I'm sure you guys know by now that Treyarch has added specialists into zombies as of Black Ops 3. So far, we have seen these gravity spikes here in Der Eisendrache. We've seen the Sparrow, not as a specialist, but as the Wrath of the Ancients, pretty much the wonder weapon in Der Eisendrache. We've seen the Annihilator pistol and the Giant. It's the reward for completing the Easter egg. And then the only one that's not on this list is in Shadows of Evil. We had a sword. That was the first specialist that we really saw and were able to use. Now, what do I think we're going to see? I think the easiest way to do this first is to take a look at what I do not think we'll see. Now, obviously, it's not going to be the Ruin with the gravity spikes. We've already used those. It will not be the Sparrow. The thing about the Tempest here, if you guys aren't familiar, the Tempest is basically the Wunderwaffe. It's an electric gun, so we've already seen something like that, and I think if they would have brought it into a map, it would have been in Der Eisendrache, because there's so much electricity going on in that map that if they wanted to have an electricity specialist, it would have been in Der Eisendrache, so I don't think that's going to be what we see. We've already seen the Annihilator. The Scythe. Now, that's another one I do not think we will get. It's really the exact same thing as the Death Machine, except for with the Scythe, it's just attached to his arm, and obviously our characters aren't robots, so they can't all of a sudden magically grow a mechanical arm. Now the Ripper, what this is a melee weapon. Now, as cool as the Ripper would be to have this, you gotta think about zombies. It really wouldn't work, it wouldn't fit. By the time we get to round 10, zombies are moving too quick. They're coming at you too fast. By the time you try to shank them, they would have shanked you, and you'd be dead, and the game would be over, and you'd be starting over. Plus, usually unlocking a specialist takes a couple rounds, so by the time you would even get a melee weapon like this, it would be totally obsolete and useless. Now, let's go back through the list. What have we not crossed out? Okay, here's the first one. The Battery, the War Machine. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm hoping it's not this. I have a bad taste in my mouth after the grenade launcher from Black Ops 2. That thing used to send grenades bouncing around like bouncy balls, and I've never since then really liked grenade launcher, so I hope it's not this. If they make it so that the grenades explode on impact, I'd be more willing to accept this as a weapon, and it would actually be very useful against hordes of zombies. But if these grenades are going to continue to bounce around like you dropped a bag of Skittles on the floor, then I don't think we need it. I think it would be useless and honestly end up killing yourself before you would even kill any zombies. We've already seen the Annihilator. Now the Hive. If you guys are not familiar with what the Hive is, basically what it does is it shoots out pods that stick to the ground, and when another player walks past them, this swarm comes around them of nano drones and basically eats the character alive. It's honestly really sick looking. It would be kind of awesome to actually have this put in. I mean, there could have been some sort of mystical, magical something that the people of Pompeii had created that could have this ability, so I think this would actually be a really cool specialist for the game. Plus, it would be a very effective weapon. Train up a whole horde of zombies, shoot one of those pods in the middle, and watch it spread to each of them, eating up the zombies alive. I think that'd be really awesome to see, especially to see what kind of animation Treyarch would come up with for that. Now, as I said, the Scythe, I doubt it. Ripper, doubt it. Lastly, I think this would be a fan favorite. I think people would go crazy if Treyarch put the Purifier in. This thing is so OP, it's disgusting. Like, oh my god. If you even so much of touch a character with one little bit of ember of flame, they burn alive. This weapon is extremely effective. The animation already looks super sick in multiplayer, and I think it would be an awesome addition to the map. It would be an awesome specialist. I would love to see the Purifier. So if it comes down to me, guys, my two choices would really be to see the Purifier or to see the Hive brought into the game. Now, there's one last option that is not on the screen. If you guys remember what I said, Shadows of Evil, we had the sword. That sword was debuted in SOE. We had never seen it anywhere else besides there. Later on, yeah, they ended up bringing it to multiplayer through supply drops. I think it's called the Fury Song. That one was brought in specifically for zombies first, so I think there could be a small chance that we'll see a specialist that is maybe not one of the multiplayers. But as I said, if we do see one, I think it'll be the Firebreak or the Hive. But on that note, I'm out of here. If you guys have a second, I would appreciate if you would hop on my channel and take a look at the video I posted yesterday. It's regarding Cthulhu and DLC 2. I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I think it's a pretty interesting video. So I would appreciate any love and support on that video that you guys could give. I'm sending you good vibes. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Panda